It's REGGIE TV.
In the block TV.
Let's get right to it.
So this is the number one first thing I want to talk about. Last night, thinking I'm gonna have a chill night, gonna be able to watch some Netflix. I see it on the gram. No. Wack 100 and Charleston White just dropped. We gotta tap in. I even paid, because I saw, okay, I look at the Danza Project YouTube channel and I see that there's a 1 hour version that I can watch for free, and there's a 2 hour version that I have to be a member for. Shout out to all the members paying $5 a month to watch No Jumper content. I figure I want to see the premium version. I don't want to watch the bum ass free version. So Danza Project, 2 clicks, boom, I'm a member. I'm watching the 2 hour version. When it gets to about the 1 hour mark, Charleston White leaves. So,
bro,
do I feel kind of scammed? Yeah.
Here's the thing,
yeah,
right?
A little bit.
How
did that come together?
Here's the thing. I think on the West Coast, you know what? I'm not going to even say West Coast because I've been to other people's podcasts. Some people just don't have their priorities right.
And
right?
Who is that? Charleston?
No.
Oh.
Charleston was on point. The interview was supposed to be at 3 o'clock. I get there about 2:45. Charleston pull up at 3.
Got it.
So we go into the little podcast area. We sitting there at 10:50. I'm like, what's up? I'm waiting on my co-host. I'm like, co-host? Shit. I didn't know you had a co-host. He be here in 5-10 minutes. 5-10 minutes come, the AC stopped working.
Oh, wow.
So I said, let me go outside. After about an hour, we in the front yard. Shit, me and Charleston started chopping it up.
Okay.
We talking about merch and what happened with AB and this, that, and other little shit.
And so, how much tension was there going into this?
No, that's what I'm saying. They killed the whole
Got it. Yeah.
So by the time we go sit down, and we had to tell bro, hey bro, let's just start. He still wasn't there. I said, look, bro, I don't even know who the hell your co-host is. Mm-hmm. But Charleston telling them I gotta leave at 5 because I gotta be somewhere at 5:30. So we lost a whole hour waiting on a non-factor that factored out the factors.
The co-host.
Whoever it is, I still don't know the dude's name.
From my watching this, I feel like he asked one question.
This is what I'm saying. So I'm telling Danza, I said, look, bro, I know you trying to be cool and all that. This don't work like that. You got something in front of you that has never happened. Right? Why are we waiting on somebody who's not taking it that serious?
And it's just his being there doesn't matter at all.
It doesn't matter.
It didn't add anything to it. Yeah.
All you got to do is for every one thing you put on the table, me and Charles are going to battle it out at least 10, 15 minutes.
Right.
So by the time we sat down, the AC ain't working. I thug it out for him. I said, you know what? When I'm telling you, bro, the phone started overheating. The
phone that he was filming on? Or your
cell phones. You know how it come over and get hot?
Yeah.
All our phone, and I'm like, so we thug. If you look at it, you'll see it's drenching. Really? We thugging it. We just thugging it out. So between that and that, it was like by the time we got in there and got to it.
Okay. That explanation really makes sense of it because
you know me.
Yeah, and well, I'm gonna be real with you.
And I started gaslighting shit just to get it going.
Right. From my perspective, if I'm doing a podcast with Charleston White, I'm thinking of it as a battle. Like I'm going into this knowing that he is the king of talking loudly, talking over people, repeating the same thing over and over, saying the most inflammatory shit possible. Yeah. It really wasn't that.
It was a whole lot of things that I wanted to question him about that I heard him say that was some BS. Like I knew it was some shit he wanted to question me about. But by the time we got in there, we had already, whatever it was, it slipped off.
That's why, like, okay, even when Orlando Brown does the podcast with 4 Extra, I tell the team, hey, the second Orlando walks in here, vlog camera on him because I don't want to miss out on any of the potentially really, really exciting content.
R&B had on all white. It was so hot in there you'd have thought she was naked.
For real? Just sweating her ass off?
Yeah, she went outside and got in the car. Like, baby, let's go get in the car, turn on the air.
Miami's good for that.
But no, it's just there wasn't no AC. The AC went out. Right, so between waiting an hour and the AC going out, I still was a good sport and stayed in there. Charleston had another appointment.
Right.
So he gave us what he could give us and he left. And by right, I could have got jumped up like, bro, it's too hot, I'm out. But I stayed a whole nother hour and just gave him a one-on-one.
Now, how did this even come about that you were going to do this? Because you weren't in Miami, you're in Columbia.
I was in Columbia, so he had did the I'll be forgetting her name. Rock, the Krishan Rock.
Right.
So I watched it. So I went to DM him. I said, boy, you was being awfully nice. What kind of podcast you running where you ain't asking the questions that people want to, know about? So he started, we text back, and it was cool. He was in the DMs. I never talked to him. Next thing I know, I wake up the next morning, and he went on some clout shit. He goes live. Yeah, I got a DM from a certain individual about why I didn't ask these questions. So I hit him up. I said, oh, man, you clout chasing. I said, we was just having a conversation. I didn't say nothing disrespectful. And he like, yo, man, would you be down to interview with Charleston White? I said, well, me and Charleston was supposed to interview a month ago. Me, Academic 6ix9ine in Charleston.
You were going to do that in Miami.
We was going to do that at 6ix9ine house. 6ix9ine went dark 2 days before we was going to go there. Act telling me, Wack, just fly in. No, sirree, buddy.
You didn't think it was worth it unless 6ix9ine was there?
No,
I feel like it's still pretty epic.
No,
Charleston.
listen. I don't play them type of games with no artists.
Honestly, that podcast, the Danza Project episode, that needed Ack in the room. It needed somebody who was going to actually ask the shit that the people wanted to hear.
If you go dark on me before I'm supposed to come, I'm not coming.
But just 6ix9ine. Charleston's already a big enough fish.
It was supposed to have been at 6ix9ine's crib in the back.
Well, that would have been pretty epic.
So
6ix9ine and Charleston.
I'm not finna fly in and play the call you game.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that. Fuck off.
I hate when you're supposed to go out of town and people are acting wishy-washy.
Now, if it's a building and I just know, hey, yo, this is the building, pull up, cool. So that didn't happen. So when he called me, I said, you know what? I thought about it. I just changed my flights from there back here, and we just went down. And I set up a few meetings I needed to have anyway. The Rap Slacks meeting was out there.
But I hear that Danza is paying people for podcasts. He didn't pay you for this one. Do you think Charleston got paid? Because Charleston always talks about how he's not doing a podcast unless he gets 10 grand.
I don't know
or more.
I don't know what he got paid. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I didn't ask him.
Whatever he got paid, they didn't really get their money's worth because he didn't really do a whole lot. Like at one point,
but you can't blame him for that.
This is true. But
that
he at one point
at 3 o'clock.
Okay, let me just say this. You're pressing him about him taking the stand, him snitching when he was a kid, whatever, this murder that he was involved in. And he's explaining himself, but he's explaining himself. He's not saying the normal Charleston White that I'm used to explains himself and then also says, but you's a bitch ass because of this. And then he starts getting on your ass and all of a sudden he's screaming on you about some shit. He didn't have any of that energy for you. You're calling him out about some shit when he was 15 and Charleston White isn't responding by going at you. He's just kind of explaining his shit or whatever. And then he seemingly had so much respect for you that he's just like, I'm going to ask you this. How'd you even get into this business? Oh, my God. Then you go on a 20-minute tirade explaining everything. It's a story I already heard. No offense.
I'm going to say
Skip through it.
I believe we show respect for one another in that interview.
Right, but you got to give the people what they want. Like, okay, if Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker get into the ring together and show each other respect, guess what? There's no show.
Okay, watch this.
There's nothing to watch.
If Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker show up at 3 o'clock and they say sit in the corner, and you sitting in the corner by 3:20, y'all there in the middle of the ring, they're like, yo, so how much can you bench press? Yo, what kind of diet you on till 4:15? By the time they say, okay, let's fight, you really ain't got that type of fight in you.
No, that's real. That's real. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but guess what? He just left it up for a part 2 to do it again somewhere.
Was Charleston White smoking weed?
Previously.
It kind of seemed like he was like a little high.
He had a blunt. I think he had a blunt or 2 previously.
He was a little too comfortable.
He had a blunt, but like I said, by the time we out there waiting an hour, we start chopping it up.
Right.
You know, it should have been we pull up. What's up? I was already there when he got there. So he came in, sit down, he mic'd up. We like, let's go. Oh, we waiting on a thing, so we waited for like, we'll do that. And then his AC went out. I'm like, so all right, we went outside. After about an hour, we had to tell him, bro, we need to start this shit. I don't know what you think this is, bro, but you killing the whole everything.
Right.
So by the time we got in there, I think we was both trying to chase certain things we just wanted to ask each other.
He didn't really seem like he had anything he wanted to ask you besides like the most basic questions like how'd you get started in the music business? Like, I mean, how many times do you talk about that?
You know, the thing that kills me the most is when people say this and people stop saying shit, and then when I ask you to present it to me, you don't got nothing to say. If you're saying something, at least be able to answer your own question. We don't know how you get so much information. Okay, well, what information do I have that rattled you to a point to where Wack gotta be working for somebody to have it? The Nipsey Hussle video.
Oh my God, Danza telling you that he didn't believe that you had the Nipsey video?
I say, bro, come on. I tell everybody where it came from. I don't have it. The guy that's in the damn video has it. Give me, people say, you the police. Okay, can you give me something to make you, like it's to a point to where they just want to say something. Look, say something that got some substance or that'll stick.
You can't sit down with a Wack or a Charleston White and think that you're going to be on like very minimal information and expect that you're going to be able to make a dent. Because when he says, like I would never say to you, oh, I don't believe you have that Nipsey Hussle video, because I pay enough attention that I've heard Vlad sit there, and I've never asked to see what Vlad has. Vlad, it made it clear that he would show me whatever if I wanted to see it. I don't even want to see it. I already trust him.
Vlad didn't told people don't bet him.
And it's like, I don't, you know, like you're just not going to be able to win. And people do this to me too. People get into a podcast with me, and then they say like, "Oh, why'd you fire AD?" I'm like, "Well, I didn't fire AD." So already, right from the get go, you fucked up, because this is not how this happens.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just like people come in with no knowledge. Realize I have all the knowledge. I know everything about myself and my business. You're not gonna do battle with me coming in with like some shit that you've barely even paid attention to. Yeah, so that's not gonna work.
That's not gonna work. You come in with something to where all your facts are wrong out the gate.
Yeah,
it's over with.
Yeah,
it's over with. I had this bozo, Hocus Pocus 4/5.
Yeah, it's just like a New York dude.
Dude stole his name from a graffiti artist, right?
Okay.
He don't even get put on for his name. Graffiti artist writing Hocus. His friends say, "Hey, bro, we saw you writing Hocus." He's like, "I didn't write Hocus." "Yeah, we saw you write Hocus." "No, I didn't write Hocus." "Okay, I'm just gonna call myself Hocus." So then the graffiti artist tell the dude, "Man, why you stealing my name?"
Okay.
So dude say, "Well, I'm more gangster than you." "Man, listen, this is a graffiti name. This ain't no gangster name. It's like BMX. I'm pretty sure."
Drop a comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about the premium content. Keep that notification bell turned on. I will deliver 24/7 around the clock. You already know it. To everybody out there working hard on the grind, if you believe it, you'll achieve it. Make a plan, write it down, and execute that thing. You hear me? But until next time, it's your boy REGGIE, and I'm gone. God bless. Peace.